What's up, guys, and welcome back to Game Week 5 predictions. It's Callum here, and he's with
Elliot.
so just going to go through Game Week 5 and predict all the fixtures. So, starting off with Friday night kickoff, we've got Newcastle versus Leeds. What did you go for, mate?
I went for a 3-1 Leeds win.
Oh,
I'm,
really?
I'm not sure why. Don't
I
know
think
why.
Leeds have been not sloppy. Leeds haven't been sloppy.
They've just not been
They've
good
not
enough.
been Leeds that we saw last year and were raving about.
Yeah, I just went for 3-1 because I feel like I know they are still the same team with a few like extra players, and I just think it's their time to like finally kick into gear and start winning again.
I do hope it is for them because they played so well last year, but I think this isn't the game for them. I've gone for a 2-2 draw.
Why have you
I
gone
just
for
think
that?
I just think that Newcastle are a very good side.
Especially at home.
Um, Especially at home, yeah. Like we were saying, if they've got a few good attacking players, so I think it could be a very close game, and that's why I've gone for a 2-2.
Yeah.
So moving on, we've got Wolves versus Brentford, and this is at 12:30 on the Saturday. So, what have you gone for this game?
Uh, so I think it's gonna be quite boring. I just went 1-1.
I think I've gone for a draw. I think it's going to be quite boring because I think that Brentford have been defending very well recently, but can't create much.
Yeah,
Um, and that for that reason, I've gone for a 0-0 draw.
yeah. I just thought I reckon there will be a goal each. Probably Tony because for Brentford because I mean he looked so much better in the last game compared to normal. And I just think Wolves will score as well. But yeah, I don't see a winner in that game. They're both very evenly matched in my opinion.
Wolves have been creating quite a bit in the last few games, so
They just can't finish.
yeah.
But we'll see if that changes on Saturday.
Now moving on to two newly promoted sides, you've got Norwich versus Watford.
So I've gone for 1-0 Watford because I just think Norwich is just so bad this season. I don't know like how you feel about that because I know in the last one you said that you think like you take it back about Norwich and that, but yeah, I just think Watford are gonna win. It won't be massive. It'll just be a small 1-0 I think, but it's just not like I said. I don't see, Norwich and the Premier League don't go together.
Well, it is two newly promoted sides. I think they're quite evenly matched. I think it would be a very close game in that respect, so I've gone for a 1-1 draw. I hope that our Norwich predictions slowly starts coming in, but I don't have much hope for it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I always say, time will only tell, innit?
Yeah, exactly. So moving on to the fourth fixture, Burnley versus Arsenal. I've got.
So I have gone for a 1-1 draw. It's just like Arsenal just. I mean, they played a little bit better. They looked better. Maybe that was Norwich being so bad it made them look better. But I just feel like Burnley are going to cause an upset with their long balls and Arsenal not being able to defend anything.
Yeah, I think, like we said, if they came up against a mid-table side rather than Norwich, they would have not won that game. And for that reason, I've gone for a 1-0 Burnley. I think it might not surprise a few, but I think it could be quite interesting to see.
Arsenal losing is not a surprise to anyone anymore.
Not anymore, no. I think everyone's sort of used to it now.
Yeah.
So then you've got Man City versus Southampton.
Right, I've gone for quite a big one here. I went 5-0 Man City because they've just scored 6 midweek. And I was just like against Norwich when all their players play well, that they can score. And I just feel like it's going to be the same again. They're just going to destroy Southampton.
The reason why I've gone for a lesser than a 5-0, I've gone for a 3-0, is because what Pep was saying, he was sort of indicating that they've got to respect Southampton. They can be quite dangerous. I'm not trying to say that is the reason why they're going to score less. However, I think he's understood that they've got a midweek fixture and they might suffer from the Champions League curse.
Yeah, a few players might be tired in that as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it might not be top City. It could be good City, but I think they might struggle because City just don't seem to struggle apart from the Leicester game. That was quite a lucky victory. However, I just think that might
Yeah,
not
well
be as comfortable as most people think.
they have enough backup. Their depth is
Yeah,
outrageous. So I think we can both agree on a City win.
it's just dependent on how many.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Moving on, we've got Liverpool versus Palace.
Again, I think this one's going to be high scoring. I've gone for a 4-2 win to Liverpool. I think Liverpool are just looking very strong at the minute, scoring a lot of goals. And Palace just played against Tottenham, won 3-0. They're looking better than at the start of the season. I think this one could be quite a good game. Palace versus Liverpool normally is quite a good game.
Yeah, I think Liverpool are just going to outstrength Palace. I think Palace have done Tottenham over last weekend, but I think it was a blip for both Palace and Tottenham. Um, so for that reason, I've just gone for a 2-1 Liverpool win. I just don't like Liverpool really.
I don't like Liverpool either.
Made it. I think I've made it clear enough that they're fans. I'm just not a fan of. Um, I think they've got a good enough side to be beating Palace.
Yeah, it should be quite an easy win for them, in my opinion.
Yeah. Then moving on to Aston Villa versus Everton.
Right, I've
I
gone.
think I said it in the review for week 4 that Everton have looked very good, and you said that Villa haven't been as good as everyone expected. So what have
Yeah,
you gone for?
I've gone for a little shock. I've gone for a 2-1 win to Villa
Oh,
because Villa are at home, and I don't know. They just sort of seem they're better at home, like most teams, I guess. And I think their team were playing well together. It was just like last week against Chelsea, they sort of didn't turn up, I guess. But I think they could go and beat Everton.
because I've gone for a 2-1, but I've gone for a 2-1 Everton. I just think that Everton's strength is just going to show against Villa. I think Everton have just looked really good this season in comparison to Villa, who's made good signings but have yet to gel.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite a good game.
Yeah. Now moving on to Brighton versus Leicester. What have
So
you gone for?
I went for a 3-1 Leicester win. Yeah, I don't know. Just
That's
looks,
quite interesting considering they've just drawn to Napoli 2-2.
yeah. It's, but then again, you got to think Napoli are like a very good side. Like
Napoli are unbeaten in the Serie A at the moment.
if you were to think Napoli against Brighton, you would think like a 4-5-0, or I would at least. So Leicester getting a 2 draw. I mean, their morale might be a bit low because it might feel like a loss considering they're 2-0 up. But I think they're going to want to bounce back, and that I think they'll beat Brighton. I'm saying 3-1.
Yeah, I've gone for a 1-1. I think Brighton have looked quite good this season so far. Leicester have looked sloppy at points. Um, However, I think will either be a draw, a 1-1 draw, or I reckon Leicester will just beat them, maybe a 2-1. But I went for a 1-1.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think Leicester will win. It just depends by how much.
Fair enough. Okay, let's move on to the game that both of us are focused on this weekend. Um, West Ham United versus Manchester United.
I'll let you start on this one.
I don't think it's going to be a great result for West Ham. Um, I think losing Antonio last weekend against Southampton's a massive loss, and I think the power of Ronaldo will show against Craig Dawson. So for that reason, I've gone for a 2-0 United.
I've gone for the exact same reason, just Ronaldo and Antonio not playing. I think that's going to hurt you.
Obviously, we've got no backup striker, let's say.
Yeah,
Um, so I can't see us scoring just for that reason. Like, who are we going to play up front? Like, we're going to play Yarmolenko. Realistically, Yarmolenko's not a striker, so why are we going to play him up front? Why didn't we buy one in the summer transfer window? So
yeah, it will be interesting to see how you line up.
I think United's dominance is just going to show in the game.
I do hope so.
Hmm.
I want to
Yeah, I'm
bounce
sure you
back
do.
after that 2-1 loss against Young Boys.
Well, Declan Rice scored an absolute stunner this evening against Dynamo Zagreb, so just got to wait and see, really.
Yeah,
Can he do that against United? Don't think so. But
roll on Sunday. It's going to be a good game, I think.
yeah, it will be a very good game. Moving on to the final fixture. It's Tottenham versus Chelsea. Got a London derby here.
I've just gone for a 2-1 Chelsea.
You
Tottenham,
reckon Spurs will score?
yeah, yeah, I think they'll score. But yeah, I just think Chelsea will win. Lukaku. It's just simple as that.
I
Lukaku.
think if Son is back from his injury, then Tottenham might score. If he's not, I don't think that they will.
What score did you go for?
I went for a 3-0 Chelsea.
That's quite big, you know.
Yeah, I just think Lukaku, especially Tanganga, has looked good the last few games.
I know
Obviously,
they're gonna
got
miss
sent off
him.
last week, but I think they are going to miss him quite a bit. Um, For that reason, I think Lukaku, depending who Tottenham have to play at centre back, because Dyer went off injured against Palace.
Yep.
To who are they going to play at centre back? Is it going to be that Joe Rodon or whatever his name is? I think he's shaky at points, and I think Lukaku could earn him it quite easily.
I think Lukaku's just going to bully whoever plays.
Oh yeah, whoever he comes up against, he will bully.
Yeah.
So it's just all about if Tottenham score. 'Cause I think that's gonna be a huge.
I'm still waiting
Don't
on Harry
know.
Kane to get a goal.
That's the thing. Is he going to bring it up against Chelsea?
I wouldn't have thought so, no, unless it's a penalty.
That's what I mean. So going to be interesting to say the least.
I think, probably definitely the biggest game of the weekend.
Yeah, I think that is going to be the biggest game. I hope that West Ham do one over on United, but I can't see it happening. And I hope that Norwich actually do beat Watford, but I can't see that happening either. They're my hopes, but I can't see, like I'm saying, I can't see them happening. So
All I hope is that United win.
fair
That's my
enough.
one and only hope.
I hope they don't. So anyway, on that note, that's everything from us. So thank you very much, guys, for listening in, and we'll be back with a Game Week 5 review and then a Game Week 6 predictions next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Goodbye, guys.